is a busy week in the world of stand-up comedy. We've got John Mulaney's live talk show coming back this week. There's a Bill Burr special. Next week, Bert Kreischer's got a special. And they just announced Kill Tony is moving to Netflix. This is all huge news. Hi, I'm Johnny Mac, host of Daily Comedy News Podcast. If you want to keep up on what the stand-up comedians are up to, or you just want a nice breezy show to start your morning, I'll tell you what's happening in the world of comedy. 10 to 12 minutes, 7 days a week. It's called Daily Comedy News. I'll see you on the podcast, and until then, enjoy this catchy song. It's stuck in your head. Sorry. Daily Comedy News.
I have a question for you. What purple McDonald's character, introduced in 1971 as part of McDonaldland, is known for his love of milkshakes? Hi, I'm Mark Ellison, host of the podcast 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's another question. What NFL team, founded in 1961, is known for its purple uniforms and Viking horn logo? No, the questions aren't always purple, but we do have theme days on 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's one more. What 1984 Prince film and album features the hit songs When Doves Cry and a song about rain? Follow 5 Daily Trivia Questions and come play along. Oh, and the answers: The Grimace, The Vikings, and Purple Rain. 5 Daily Trivia Questions wherever you get your shows. The number 5 Daily Trivia Questions.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Panama, where it would be a shame if something happened to this nice canal, this is Ballot.
That's right. Just give us the Canal, Greenland, Canada, and maybe some parts of Austria while we're at it, and everything will be fine. Go along to get along. Let's hit this. Hey there, America. Patrick Gutfield here with a breaking news alert. The FBI is warning about something called smishing, which sounds like what happens when you combine smoothies and fishing, but is actually much worse for your financial health. These scammers have registered over 10,000 domains. 10,000! That's not dedication to crime. That's a full-blown career commitment with benefits and a retirement plan. So what exactly is this scam? Well, cyber criminals are sending fake text messages claiming you owe toll fees. And just like my dating life, it started with one bad idea and quickly expanded to include fake delivery notifications too. You know who got one of these texts? Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. Even she was targeted. When the person whose job it is to prosecute scammers is getting scammed, the rest of us might as well just hand over our wallets directly. The most affected cities include Dallas, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Orlando. So congratulations to New York. You're finally not number one in something terrible. These scammers have gotten so sophisticated that when Apple's iMessage blocks their suspicious links, they just tell people to copy and paste the URL instead. That's like a burglar finding your door locked and saying, "Excuse me, would you mind opening this for me? My hands are full with all your future stolen possessions." One particularly nasty trick: when victims try to pay these fake toll fees, they get an error message saying their card was declined. So naturally, people enter another card and another. It's like giving a thief your house keys, then showing them where you hide your spare, and then drawing them a map to your vacation home. The FBI says if you get these texts, file a complaint, check with the actual toll service, and delete the message. Or you could just do what I do with all my problems. Ignore them completely and hope they go away on their own. As if the world isn't horrible enough, Southwest Airlines is finally ending its bags fly free policy. That's right, after decades of being the rebellious teenager of the airline industry, Southwest has decided to grow up and start charging for checked bags like everyone else. This policy change will apply to flights booked after May 28th, which means you have about 2 months to cram as many free bags onto Southwest planes as physically possible. After that, you'll be paying $35 to $50 per bag, just like the common folk on United or American Airlines. Southwest CEO Bob Jordan had previously said the airline had no plans to abandon the free bag policy, estimating it would cost the company $1.8 billion in lost market share. But apparently, Southwest decided that looking just like any other airline was the way to go. Southwest's marketing slogan was literally transparency, about not charging hidden fees. That slogan aged about as well as milk in the Texas sun. The airline claims these changes are meant to attract new customer segments and return to the levels of profitability that both we and our shareholders expect. Translation: we need more money, and your bags are now our ATM. One economics professor said it seems as though the soul of the company has just been taken away. Look, Professor, we all know the feeling every single day. Meanwhile, the global coffee market is in absolute chaos, with traders and roasters cutting purchases to the bare minimum after Arabica coffee futures skyrocketed 70% since November. It's like the entire coffee industry collectively spilled hot coffee in their laps and is now frozen in shock. At the National Coffee Association convention in Houston, everyone was walking around like zombies, caffeinated zombies with empty wallets. One instant coffee maker from Ecuador said they've only sold 30% of their annual production, when normally they'd be sold out by March. I guess when coffee prices give you the jitters, you stop buying it. The price spike comes from lower production in major growing regions, especially Brazil. So now everyone's buying hand to mouth, which is industry speak for "I'll take exactly 3 beans, please, no more." A coffee broker described the new ultra-cautious buying process in Brazil. You close a deal, then you have 7 days to go to the farm, check the quality, make the payment on site, and drive away with the coffee. It's like coffee has become such a precious commodity that people are treating it like they're buying diamonds from a sketchy dealer in an alley. Some roasters say their clients aren't sure they can stay in business because supermarkets are refusing to accept higher prices. Negotiations are dragging on, and some stores are actually running out of coffee. Imagine walking into your local grocery store and seeing empty shelves where the coffee should be. That's not a nightmare. That's the actual apocalypse. Coffee warehouses near U.S. ports are at half their normal volumes, and some storage companies are canceling their leasing contracts early. It's so bad that one executive called it a nightmare, which is what most people call mornings without coffee anyway. The market could see consolidation with only the biggest, most well-funded companies surviving. Meanwhile, Louis Dreyfus says coffee-planted areas are expanding in response to higher prices. If Brazil manages one big crop, combined with these new planted areas, prices could collapse, which would be great for consumers but devastating for all those new coffee farmers who just planted trees. I hear Starbucks is considering replacing their baristas with therapists to help customers cope with the emotional trauma of paying $20 for a latte. So the CDC is sounding the alarm about measles making a comeback tour across America. That's right, 58 cases reported in 16 states so far this year, which is already as many as we had in all of 2023. And it's only March. Measles is working harder in 2025 than most of us with our New Year's resolutions. The CDC says most of these cases involved international travel, which means measles has a better vacation schedule than the average American worker. And the majority of cases are among children aged 1 or older who didn't get their measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. Apparently, these kids' parents decided to opt for the find out approach rather than the prevention approach to infectious disease. The CDC reassures us that given currently high population immunity against measles in most U.S. communities, the risk of wide-scale spread is low. But they also warn that pockets of low coverage leave some communities at a higher risk for outbreaks. Translation: we're fine unless we're not fine. Very helpful, CDC. This news comes right as RFK Jr. is telling PepsiCo to remove artificial dyes from their products while conveniently forgetting to mention his own controversial views on vaccines. Maybe he could focus less on the red dye in our Doritos and more on the red spots covering unvaccinated children.
College students can save an extra 25% on their commute to class with NJ Transit's Student Pass. This will help you save major cash. So visit your college website or njtransit.com/studentpass and start saving.
Breaking news from Washington. President Trump has announced he's reclaiming the Panama Canal, which is apparently something presidents can just decide to do now. It's like walking into your ex's house 25 years after the divorce and saying, "I've decided I want the couch back." The White House has directed the military to draw up options, ranging from let's be friendly partners to remember that time we invaded in '89? You know you're in trouble when your options include seize by force as the plan B. Admiral Alvin Halsey presented these strategies to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who's planning a trip to Panama next month. I'm guessing his luggage will include one swimsuit, some sunscreen, and detailed invasion plans. Just vacation essentials! Trump reportedly wants American troops to be visible in the Canal Zone as a show of force, because nothing says good neighbor policy like stationing heavily armed soldiers next to your sovereign waterway. It's the international relations equivalent of standing on someone's lawn with a baseball bat saying, "Nice canal you got here. Shame if something happened to it." Portions of today's show were made with the help of smishing, AI, and a disease which we have a vaccine for, but people are too stupid to take.
It is the world's most secretive election. When a pope dies, ancient traditions begin. A silver hammer, a destroyed ring, over 100 cardinals locked away from the world, choosing the next leader of 1 billion faithful. White Smoke. The Path to a New Pope, from Calaroga Shark Media, wherever you get your podcasts.